Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Let's we start.
Good evening, sir.
Whether we have to wait for 5 minutes or we have to start. Now the time is 3:30. Okay, now we have to start. Others come and join. No problem. You all know what is meant by engineering graphics. Before going to see this topic, I introduce myself. I am Dr. R. Anbaragan, Associate Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering. I have around 15 years experience in teaching and handled engineering graphics for more than 15 times because from the starting years onwards, I handled this paper and I am a question paper setter for engineering graphics in Anna University, Coimbatore as well as 3C section. And also I make question paper to other universities such as deemed university and around India. Okay. That's why I introduce myself. Going to the subject that is engineering graphics. What is my engineering? You all know engineering is nothing but it is a science which deals with the combination of both physical as well as mathematical science. That is, you have to make a concept. That is, the concept should be derived using mathematical way to obtain a new product, or you have to obtain a new process, anything. The concept can be derived into some process or some component. That's why engineering is useful. What is by graphics? The way of presenting, the presentations, okay? That whatever our thought, that can be converted into diagram. That diagram can be used for our workers to make the product. That is, our thought can be converted into product through the engineering graphics. That is the diagrammatic manner. We are the engineers. We have to use the engineering graphics and we have to convert them into a diagram. That diagram can be converted into product or process. Okay, that's why we called engineering graphics as language of engineers. Engineering graphics is called as a language of engineers, that we all engineers having this engineering graphics using some standards, because it is a worldwide standards through which we have to make our drawing. Then only all the workers can able to understand the drawing, because you know that is the ITI people or the working people, they have to convert the drawing into useful component. Whatever our thought, we have to convert them into their diagram. That diagram they can understand. For understanding and we have to presenting, there should be some standard we have to maintain. Otherwise, it is difficult for them. Please mute your phone. Okay. All of you here? No problem. That is, standard is very important because both the user as well as the communicator can understand in a detailed manner. That's why we have to use some standards, okay? And then we have to, using the standard, we have to draw the diagram, okay? And it can be understood by the workers and they can produce the product, or they can go for what are the process through the diagram they can produce their requirements. Okay. Now we have to see in engineering graphics unit by unit. There are 5 units because already you have to see most probably 3 units have been covered. I thought 3 to 4 units have been covered. This guest lecture is mainly focused for clarifying your doubts, and I have to revive unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, some important basic concept. Okay. The unit 1 is mainly focused upon conic section and special curves. What is mean by conic section? You all know. You all know the cone. What is by cone? It is look like this. Okay. This is the cone you all see in your school life itself, and in your day-to-day life you have to see all the most of the things should be like as a cone. Okay. Now the cone should be made into section. That is, we see the conic sections. We have to section. We have to cut the cone. Okay. How we have to cut it? That is the cutting plane. Okay. You have to cut the cone in different directions. The cutting plane should be perpendicular to the axis or parallel to the axis. Otherwise, we have to make them inclined to the axis. Okay. According to their inclination, the curves can be called into different names. Okay. First, we have to know this is the axis of the cone. You all know this is the axis. A cutting plane should be perpendicular to the axis. A cutting plane should be perpendicular to the axis. Then the curve obtained is called as a circle. When you have to cut the cone perpendicular to the axis or parallel to the base. Okay, the curve obtained is called as a circle. Okay, then the cutting plane should be inclined to the axis. The cutting plane should be inclined to the axis. We call the curve as ellipse. The curve obtained is called as a ellipse. Okay. When the cutting plane which is parallel to the any one of the generator. A cutting plane which is parallel to any one of the generator. For example, it is the generator line. If the cutting plane should be parallel to it. Okay. Then we call the curve as parabola. When the cutting plane is somewhat small inclination to that of the generator. Okay, it is not parallel, but it makes an inclination, small inclination. We call them curve as hyperbola. And if the cutting plane is parallel to the axis, then we call them as rectangular hyperbola. All of you understand? A cone which should be cutting into different sections we can obtain circle, ellipse, parabola, hyperbola, and rectangular hyperbola. Okay, from that we can see these curves, these conic sections by several methods. Okay, that is rectangular method, major axis method, elliptical method, and eccentricity method. For our curriculum, we have used only the eccentricity method. Okay, that's why we have to see about the eccentricity. What is the eccentricity? Can you explain anyone what is meant by eccentricity? It is denoted by small letter E, eccentricity. We can call them as distance moving from focus to the distance moving from the directrix. Okay, that is called as the eccentricity. We call them as E equal to Vf by Vd. We call them as eccentricity E equal to Vf by Vd. Whereas V is called as the vertex. Okay, that is the edge of the curve. Okay, F is the focus, that is the center of the curve, or through the point the curve can be obtained. Okay, directrix is the end or reference. We have to take them as directrices. Okay, from this concept we have to obtain the curves. How the curves can be obtained? For ellipse, what is the formula for ellipse? E is less than 1. For parabola, E equal to 1. For hyperbola, E equal to greater than 1. This is the concept through which we have to obtain the several curves. Okay, first we see about the ellipse. What is the, how we have to draw the ellipse? One by one we have to draw it. Therefore, it is easy for you to understand. If you have any doubt, you have to unmute your phone and you have to make your questions, because this is for understanding purpose. I have to explain. If there is any doubt, please you have to unmute and you have to ask the questions. Okay, first we have to see about the ellipse. Just take the question, ellipse. Draw an ellipse. Any question? Whose eccentricity E equal to, which is less than 1, that is 2 by 3, and its distance from focus to directrix is 50 mm. Draw tangent and normal at any point on the curve. That is the question they have been given. From the question, we have to take the concept, that is given data, we have to write it. What is given? They can give the eccentricity, that is E equal to 2 by 3. And then another, they have given the distance from focus to directrix. That is the total distance. that is we can obtain as 50 mm. Okay, the total distance is given as 50 mm. But we know the formula E equal to Vf by Vd, which is nothing but 2 by 3. Which is nothing but 2 by 3. Here they can give the total distance. Okay, from focus to directors, they give the total distance. Then you have to add both numerator as well as denominator. You have to add both numerator as well as denominator. What is the numerator? 2. What is the denominator? 3. If you add, you can obtain 5. Therefore, you can divide the total distance into 5 equal parts. Then you can obtain 50 divided by 5. You can obtain 10 mm for each and every unit. ஒரு யூனிட்டுக்கு எவ்வளவு வரும்? It should be 10 mm. Therefore, we can convert E equal to Vf by Vd equal to 2 into 10 by 3 into 10. You can obtain 20 divided by 30. That is Vf by Vd equal to 20 by 30. That is very important. Okay, this concept we have to understand. If they given the distance from focus to directrist, then you have to add both numerator as well as denominator. You have to obtain total number of units. Then you have to divide the total distance by total number of units. You can get the distance for 1 unit, that is 10 mm. Then you can multiply both numerator as well as denominator. You can obtain Vf as 20, Vd as 30. Is there any doubt on converting this thing? This is given. From that we have to find Vf and Vd. If you have any doubt, please ask. Okay. Then you have to draw the ellipse. Okay. Now you have to draw a line parallel to the reference line in your chart. Okay, if you have to draw a chart, there is a reference line you have to put, and for that you have to draw a line or draw a horizontal line. Okay, and then at the end you have to draw a vertical line. It is the horizontal line, that is the vertical line. This vertical line is called as the directrix. You put it as D. You put it as D. Okay, and you know what is given? FD, the total distance is given. Okay, that is F and D. This is the D point, or whether you have to put here or here. From D to F, the total distance is 50. You have to mark it D to F. The distance, total distance should be, you have to mark it as 50. And you have to put the arrow here. And you have to mark it as 50. When you have to mark, the lettering does not touches the line. It should be nearer. Okay. For that also we have to consider your marks. Okay. And the line and the lettering should be nearer to the line. Okay, it does not touch the line. Okay, and then where the V should be obtained. Okay, that is from F to V, the distance is 20, and from D to V, the distance is 30. Okay, therefore you have to take V to F as 20, and this is 30. This is 20. This is 30. You understand? What is the distance from vertex to directrix? You can convert it as You have to divide V2F as 20 and V2D as 30. Now again you have to draw a line parallel to the directrices at V. It is, you have to draw all the lines through 2H pencil, very light lines. Okay. Then you take VF as radius. It should be taken as radius. VF as radius drawn arc above and below the line. Mark it as E dash and E. Mark it as E dash and E. Then join D and D. You have to join D and similarly, if you want, you have to join here also, no problem. Whether if you want, you have to join here also. One thing, it's enough, no problem for it. Okay, anyone above or below any one line, that is enough. Then this is the first part. How do you do? First, you have to draw a horizontal line, and then you have to draw a vertical line. The vertical line should be called as directrix D. And from D to F, the total distance is 50. You have to mark it. Then you have to divide FD by means of eccentricity, that is VF and VD. Okay, VF is equal to 20 mm, VD equal to 30. That is, you have to divide VF 20 and VD 30. Then you have to take VF as radius drawn above as well as below the line and mark it as E dash and E. Okay, and then join D and E dash. Is there any doubt? This is the one part. Then you have to divide from vertex. You take any convenient distance, whatever your distance, 5 mm, 10 mm, 20 mm, whatever your convenience, you take your distance. I take 10 mm. Okay, this is the 20, I take 10 mm. I divide equally more than 9, 10 divisions. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Likewise, you have to divide. Okay, you call them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Is there any doubt? Then you have to divide it, no problem. Then draw a line parallel to the line at the vertex at each and every point. You have to draw through your 2H pencil. All of you understand? How can you do? From vertex, you have to take any convenient distance and make them into equal parts. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then you have to draw a line parallel to the vertex at each and every point and mark it as 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash, 8 dash, 9 dash, etc. Whatever you have obtained, up to 10 or more than 10. Okay. Then take your compass. Take your compass. What you have taken? 1 to 1 dash as radius, which is taken 1 to 1 dash as radius. FS center, which is center? FS center, cut an arc above and below the line. Above and below the line. Then you have to take 2 to 2 dash as radius. You have to take 2 to 2 dash as radius and FS center, cut an arc above and below the line. Then 3 to 3 dash as radius, FS center, cut an arc. 4 to 4 dash as radius. 4 to 4 dash as radius, FS center, cut an arc. 4 to 4 dash as radius, FS center, cut an arc. Then 5 to 5 dash as radius, FS center, cut an arc. 6 to 6 dash as radius, FS center, cut an arc. 7 to 7 dash as radius, FS center, cut an arc. 8 to 8 dash as radius, 8 to 8. Is it audible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Are of you audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then
Yes,
you
sir.
have to take
Yes,
the
sir.
corresponding point. Okay, you have to mark these corresponding point as A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, G dash, H dash. Similarly, you have to join all the lines. You have to obtain this curve. That is the elliptical curve. Okay, you have to call. That is A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, G dash, H dash. You have to mark it. Similarly, H, G, F, E, D, C, B. Okay, above the line you call them as dash and below the line you call without dash. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay, is there any doubt for you? Any doubt on drawing this ellipse? You have to draw clearly. That is, whether you have to draw the curve only dark. Other things are very light. Okay, other things are very light. Only you have to draw this curve as dark. That is, you have to use H pencil for drawing the curve. A single line, not double line. For understanding purpose, I have to draw 2 times, but you have to draw only a single line with thick and dark lines. That is H pencil, you have to use it. You have to draw it. All of you understand? Is there any doubt on it? For drawing these ellipse? Can I explain once again for? Can I explain once again or no need? Hello.
No, no, sir.
Okay, okay. Then we have to draw tangent and normal at any point on the curve. How can you draw tangent and normal at any point on the curve? Okay, you have to take at any convenient point. For example, here, 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 wherever if you want, you take that point as P. You have to take any point as P and join P and F. Using 2H pencil, you have to draw P and F. Okay. Then you have to draw a line perpendicular to it. You have to draw a line perpendicular. When you take a protractor, and for that you can obtain a line which should be perpendicular to it. Okay, you can obtain a line which may be perpendicular. And this point you mark it as M. Now, this is the FPF. For PF, you have to draw a perpendicular line. You mark it as M. Now you joined P and M. P and M. That is the line. That line is called as the tangent. That is the thick line you have to draw. That is called as a tangent line. It should be very dark. Okay. And then you have to draw a normal to it. For obtaining the normal line, you can draw at P, you make use of a protractor and mark as 90 degree. You can obtain a perpendicular to it. Okay. That is called as the normal. When you see the curve, only the curve should be dark and the tangent PM is dark, and you can draw the normal, that is PN. Okay, that is the normal line PN. Now you have to write your answer as PM as tangent and PN as normal. Okay, this is the ellipse for which we have to draw tangent and normal. Finally, you have to write at that, after you draw all these things, you have to draw a line at 5 m thickness, and you have to write all dimensions are in mm. All dimensions are for that you can get full marks. That is, for drawing, you have to give 20 out of 20 if you have to draw like that. All of you understand? If there is any doubt, you have to ask. That is, the PN is called as a normal, PM is called as a tangent, and the curve is dark. All other things are you have to use your 2H pencils. Okay. All other things you have to use your 2H pencil, and only you have to use H pencil for curve, tangent and normal. Okay. All of you understand? Can we see another sum? Shall we go for another sum?
Yes, sir.
Oh, the same methods. Okay, for the same ellipse, another question you have to take into account. Hello. All of you understand? Hello. Audible இருக்காப்பா?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, take the question. Draw an ellipse whose eccentricity E equal to 3 by 4 and its distance from vertex to focus is 15 mm. Draw tangent and normal at any point on the curve. Okay, here you can give the conditions. Enna conditions kuduthirukanga? You have to take the given condition or given data, that is eccentricity E equal to 3 by 4. Okay, eccentricity equal to 3 by 4, and here the distance from vertex to focus or moving distance from the focus VF is given as 15 mm. You know the formula V E equal to VF by VD, which is nothing but 3 by 4. Here VF is given. You have to take VF as 15 and you have to put VD as it is. Can you find VD? You have to multiply VD equal to 15 into 4 by 3 equal to VD. You can obtain VD as 20 mm. VF is 15, VD is 20. Are you understand? VF is 15 and VD is 20. If you know this, you have to follow the same procedure. You have to follow the same procedure. Are you understand? You have to follow the same procedure. Similarly, you have to draw a line or horizontal line and draw a perpendicular to it and mark it as D. Now you want to put F and D, F and V. You know the distance V to D as 20. Therefore, you have to take V to D as 20. Sorry, V. And V to F as 15. This is 20, this is 15. You have to mark here like that. That is 15 mm. This is 20 mm. Okay. Then you have to follow the same procedure. Then you have to draw a line parallel to the directrices. Line parallel to the directrices. And take VF as radius, cut and arc both above and below the line, and mark it as E dash and E. The same procedure. Okay, mark it as E dash and E. Then join D and E dash. Join D and E dash. The same thing. Okay, and then take your convenient distance. Similarly, 10 10. You have to take 10 or 5, anything, whatever your convenience, you have to draw. Most probably around 10 you have to take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Similarly, you have to draw a line parallel to the directrices at each and every point. அங்க என்ன பண்ணோமோ அதே same procedure you have to do. If you have any doubt, just you have to ask. I have to clear your doubt. Similarly, you have to draw. Using 2H pencil only, you have to draw it. And then you have to mark it as 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash, 8 dash. Similarly, you have to draw up to 10. Then you have to take the same method 1 to 1 dash as radius, which is center. F as center, cut and arc. 2 to 2 dash as radius, F as center, cut and arc. 3 to 3 dash as radius, F as center, cut and arc. 4 to 4 dash as radius, F as center, cut and arc. 5 to 5 dash as radius, F as center, cut and arc. Both above as well as below. Okay. 6 to 6 dash as radius, F as center, cut and arc. 7 to 7 dash as radius, F as center, cut and arc. 8 to 8 dash as radius, F as center, cut and arc. Similarly, 9 to 9 dash as radius, you have to mark 9 to 9 dash as radius, F as center, cut and arc. Then you have to join all the points. Okay, you have to join all the points. Then you have to mark the points as A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash, G dash, H dash, I, H, G, F, E, D, C, P. All of you understand? Similarly, same methodology you have to adapt. Then you have to take any point on the curve, above or below the line. You have to take here or here, anywhere. You take here. Get the whatever your point. Okay, you take your point here or here also, no problem. Whatever you have to take. Okay, take P, joint P and F. Join P and F and draw a perpendicular to it. Perpendicular to it and put the point as M. Joint P and M. Joint PM, that is called as the tangent, and a line perpendicular to it is called as the normal. You call them as N. Same thing, you have to write PM tangent, PN normal. And then you have to write all dimensions are in mm. Okay. If you have any doubt on this, here you have to understand what is they have been given. Whether they have given the eccentricity, you have to take in it, and you have to identify the distance from focus to directrix or focus to vertex or vertex to directrix. What is given? Here they given vertex to focus. Last term from focus to directrix or some vertex to directrix. What is given you have to take into account. If total distance is given, you can go for the last method, both numerator as well as denominator. You have to add it and divide it. If they give any one condition, you directly put that VF by VD equal to 3 by 4. If they given VF, you put 15 mm and find VD. In some condition, they give VD. In some other condition, they give VD, you can find VF by means of cross multiplying. Then you can find if VF is known and VD is known, you directly go for it. For identifying the distance from focus to directrix, or vertex to focus or vertex to directrix. If you know the distance, you can easily draw the ellipse. Okay? All of you understand? Any queries? Do you have any query? So
No,
next week, yeah. Can we go for another sum? Parabola. Can we go? Okay. Take it. Draw an parabola. Draw a parabola whose distance from focus to directrix, whose distance from draw a parabola whose distance from focus to directrix is 40 mm. Draw tangent and normal at any point on the curve. Okay. Draw tangent and normal at any point on the curve. For parabola, for the same thing also we have to take the given condition. A given data. What is data given? What is given from focus to directrix? F to D. What is the distance? 40 mm. You know the eccentricity E equal to, what is the E value for parabola? What is the E value for parabola? E equal to 1, which is nothing but VF by VD. VF by VD. Okay, you know E equal to VF by VD. If it is 1, both above and below is also 1 by 1 is 1. Therefore, you have to add both numerator as well as denominator. We can get 1 plus 1 equal to 2. You can divide 40 divided by 2. That is 20 mm. You can obtain E equal to VF by VD equal to 1 into 20 divided by 1 into 20. VF by VD equal to 20 by 20. Or VF equal to VD equal to 20. எப்படி போட்டாலும் it is same. Okay, however you have to draw, it is remains same. Okay, VF by VD 20 by 20 or VF equal to VD equal to 20. Okay, is there any doubt? If the given focus to directrix is given, you have to add numerator and denominator. This is, you don't forget. If the total distance is given, if it is given F to D, you directly go for numerator and denominator. Addition of both the numerator and denominator, you can obtain the answer. This is the constraint you have to recall. Okay, then you can obtain the same methodology. You have to draw the parabola also. For drawing parabola, you can obtain, draw a horizontal line. Similarly, you have to draw a line perpendicular to it. Please mute your phone. Please mute your phone. Put it as D. The directrices you call them as D. Okay. Here we know VF and VD. What is the distance? You know the total distance also. VF to D, 20 and 20. F and V is also 20. Okay, you have to draw the total distance. Okay. And then you have to divide into 20. Here also you have to divide 20 and 20. It is not below the line. It is always above it. This distance should be 10 to 12 mm and again this should be 10. Therefore totally you have to give 25 mm or 20 mm. More than 20 mm you have to put it and draw the line. That is 20. This is also 20. Here 40. If you understand, for parabola, you have to equal distance. Both vertex to directors and vertex to focus both are equal. Then similarly, have to put a line parallel to the directrices and take VF as radius, draw an arc above and below the line and mark it as E dash and E. Okay, then join EDE. Join ED. Then you have to take your convenient distance 10 mm. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Less than 10 is enough. That is for more than 10 you have to take for ellipse. For parabola you have to take less than 10. Around 8 is enough. Okay. Then you have to draw a line parallel to the directrices at each and every point. Okay, 7 itself also enough. Then you have to take it as 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash. You take the same method. 1 to 1 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc. 2 to 2 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc. 3 to 3 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc. 4 to 4 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc. 5 to 5 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc. 6 to 6 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc. That's enough. That is, the curve should be more like it is. Okay? The curve should be more like it is. That is, it can curve. You can easily draw it. 4, 5, 6. Then you have to name it similarly. A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash, F dash. Yeah. A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Sorry, not dash. A, B, C, D, E. If you want F, that's enough. That is the curve it can converge. In the start of the light converging section of the enough, that's parabola. Okay, you have to draw parabola like that. That's enough. Okay, here the same methodology you have to adapt for drawing tangent and norm. Take any point P on the curve and take a distance. Take your scale and you have to do it. Okay, and draw a perpendicular. is the perpendicular to it. That is M. And then you have to join that point. That is the tangent. You have to draw the tangent. Draw a perpendicular. It is perpendicular. Okay, then you have to draw the perpendicular. You can obtain that is N, that is M. You have to take PM as tangent, PN as normal. Okay, if you have any doubt for drawing parabola, the same thing. If they give another sum, VF or VD, you can draw it. Can I draw one more sum on parabola? Hello? All of you here audible? All of you audible? கேக்குதாப்பா?
கேக்குது சார்.
புரியுதா? இதுல எதனா டவுட் இருக்கா? யாருக்காவது டவுட் இருக்காப்பா? எல்லிஸ் பேரபோலால டவுட் இருக்கா?
No, sir.
பேரபோலால இன்னொரு சம் போடலாமா? என்னஃபா? Whether we go for rectangle hyperbola போலாமா?
Okay, sir.
இல்ல பேரபோலால இன்னொரு கண்டிஷன் போடுவா. உங்களுக்கு புரியுறதுக்காக தான். If you understand, no problem is we go for hyperbola. Other can I draw one more sum? புரியுதாப்பா? நான் பேசுறது புரியுதா? சிம்பிள் இங்கிலீஷ் தானே? தமிழ்ல என்ன சொல்லணுமா? Hello? All of you able to understand?
புரியுது சார்.
ஓகே. ஒன்னொரு சம் போடுவா. இதுல ஹைப்பர்போலா போலாமா? உங்க நீடுக்கு ஏத்த மாதிரி தான் நான் பார்க்க முடியும். Okay, take it. Draw a parabola whose distance from vertex to directrix is 15 mm. Same thing, draw tangent and normal at any point on that curve. Similarly, you have to take given data. What is given? V2D is given here, 15 mm. We know eccentricity for parabola equal to 1, that is VF by VD equal to 1. If it is VF by VD equal to 1, VF VD are equal. We know the distance VF and VD equal to 15 mm. Therefore, VF and VD is equal to 15 mm. You understand? VF by VD equal to 1 means VF and VD are same. since we know VD value, we put VF and VD equal to 15 mm. Okay, the same methodology you have to adopt here. அதே concept ரொம்ப easy. Ellipse, parabola, hyperbola, you can easily draw it because the same concept I have to do 4 times. Therefore, you can easily understand. You don't forget it. You know the procedure. What do you do? Draw a horizontal line. Next, draw a perpendicular line to the horizontal and name it as D, as directrix. Okay. We know V to D as 15 mm and V to F also 15 mm. Okay. Therefore, you take V to D and V to F. This is the F, this is V. Both are 15 mm. Okay. And then you have to draw a line. VF as radius, cut an arc above as below above the line and make it as E. The same thing. Join DE. Join DE. Then you have to divide for your convenient distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Enough. Then you have to draw a line parallel to the directrics. The same procedure I have repeated. Therefore, you don't forget it. If one sum is not able to understand the another sum, you have to collect the information. That's why I have to draw 4 sums. Okay, and then you have to make it 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash. Similarly, how to do. Then what do you do? 1 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc above and below the line. 2 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc. 3 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc. 4 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc. 5 dash as radius, F as center, cut an arc. Similarly, how to draw. Convert. அப்படி curve திரும்பினா கூட போதும். You name it as A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash. A, B, C, D, E. Similarly, you have to obtain the curve. Okay. அதே மாதிரி தான் curve திரும்பிச்சுன்னா okay enough. அதுக்கு மேல போறது you can take around 7 is enough. Okay. Then you take any point wherever P. Take PF as radius. Take your perpendicularity 90 degree. Mark it as M. Joined. PM as radius. PM as tangent. Correct. Perpendicularity. You have to take your protractor and put it here. You can obtain the perpendicularity line. That is PN. Okay. If you have any doubt, please ask me. Is it enough for today? What
Yes,
is the
sir.
time now?
4:40, sir.
Okay, enough. Tomorrow we can see about the hyperbola, okay, and the other special curves. That is cycloid as well as the involute. Are you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Is it able
Yes,
to
sir.
understand for you?
Yes, sir.
Is it really useful for you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because it is the guest lecture for you, so that whether it is useful, we have to continue. Otherwise, how can you need? What is your need? If you say, I continue my further session, whatever is your needs, I can able to fulfill your needs. Okay. வேற ஏதாவது நீங்க மாதிரி எப்படி எதிர்பார்க்குறீங்க இந்த செஷன் லைவ்ல எப்படி இருக்கலாமா இல்ல வேற மாதிரி ஏதாவது நீங்க எதிர்பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சொன்னீங்கன்னா அதுக்கேற்ற மாதிரி நான் கொடுப்பேன்.
Okay, sir.
எனக்கு புரியுதா?
புரியுது.
ஸ்டெப் பை ஸ்டெப் புரியுதா?
Yes, sir.
ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ. வேற எதனா டவுட்னா கேளுங்க. தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் ஆல்.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
தேங்க்யூ.